How you doing, guys? Back again. A bit of a review and overview of the Panasonic Lumix S5D. The new camera that was kind of branded at being compatible with DJI products and specifically the lidar, which is kind of the main reason why I bought this product, and a few compatibility issues that I've faced. So guys, I suppose we'll get into it. Anyone that's thinking of buying this camera for use with the DJI lidar rangefinder, you just have to be very careful what you buy. And I'm going to just clear up a couple of misconceptions about the camera and the DJI lidar unit and a couple of other things for you. Again, it's a big, huge subject. And it's a minefield out there, and especially for anyone looking to get into photography and, you know, as a hobby. That's where I am myself. I'm not a professional by any means. I'm just a normal Joe Soap. And this is kind of what this channel is about. Just a normal guy reviewing products that have been recommended or watching other reviews. I kind of clear out the bull crap for you guys and give you the tips so you don't fall into pit holes. And I'm not bought out in any way by any of these products. Right, we'll get into the camera itself. The camera itself, the Lumix S5D, it's basically the same as the Lumix S5. It was branded as being compatible with the DJI lidar rangefinder, which is why I bought the camera, to be honest. People had said that the S5 originally suffered from a few autofocusing issues. Now, to be honest, the S5D, I haven't really found any autofocusing images or issues with the imaging. It's been pretty good, to be honest. The camera is lovely. It takes great photos. My budget was tight, and it was probably why I went for this over the Sony. I was looking at the Sony A7S, but it's crazy money. And watching a couple of reviews and what people have said about the S5, I thought the S5D would be a bit of a step up from it, but it's really not, to be honest. I don't know why they brought this unit out. My issue with it is I bought this is under advice of actually a DJI rep that I was chatting with on one of the DJI forums. He said the S5D would be compatible with the Focus Pro grip, and why I'm making this video is to tell you it's actually not compatible with the Focus Pro grip. Another thing that the Focus Pro grip isn't compatible with is the old lidar rangefinder, the RS. It doesn't even recognize the RS, which I'd say a lot of people are probably buying the grip thinking that the older RS unit will be compatible with it. So that's another thing I wanted to make this video just to clear up for you. It's not compatible. It doesn't even recognize it. Now, maybe they might change some software and they will be compatible in the future, but for now, they're just not compatible. And to be honest, you know, for a company that's marketing a product which is supposed to be compatible with DJI products, I found the Panasonic Lumix a big letdown in that respect, that it's not compatible with the Focus Pro grip or the lidar rangefinder RS. Now, apparently it is compatible with the lidar rangefinder RS if you have the DJI RS3 Pro grip, or gimbal, should we say, which is, it's very confusing. You know, there's people saying it is compatible, videos out there showing certain cameras working with the Focus Pro grip. For this camera, it doesn't work. It's been really wishy-washy for me. I've watched a lot of videos. Some people who are making videos who hadn't got the camera on hand and hadn't got these products on hand, and they're saying they are compatible. And I'm just going to tell you guys, as I said already, they're not compatible. Which I'm after spending a lot of money on both of these products, and basically they're useless. They're useless for this camera. They're not useless. Now I have been on to DJI and told them I was a bit let down. Now DJI themselves have come back and said there may be updates in the future, which, you know, considering they're supposed to be partners with Panasonic, there seems to be more compatibility with this camera or with this unit with Canon products and Sony products. So you'd imagine they'd give their own partnership top priority when it comes to stuff like this, but obviously they didn't. So yeah, that's where my disgust kind of lies, and that's why I was making the video. If any of you are watching things, only take into account videos that you actually see, what you have and what you're looking to buy. Don't base it on people reviewing stuff that they haven't got on hand. It's people just making stuff up in their heads. And a lot of professionals were kind of saying that this is going to be the next great camera, the S5D with the DJI compatible products. Yeah, if you want to buy an old DJI RS3, which is old now, it's the RS3 Pro is compatible with the S5D and the lidar rangefinder RS, which you can't even buy this anymore. And you know, the RS3 Pro, you can't buy that anymore either. And from what I've seen, I don't even think the S5D is compatible with the new with the RS4 Pro. So you're kind of stuck with you're kind of stuck in a hole, which I'm very disappointed about. As you can see, like it looks the part, you know. I have to say, like, I bought the cage and I connected everything up. It all looks brilliant, but it just doesn't function. And that's the issue. With regards to the camera itself, the Lumix, I found it great for the price. It came with the kit lens, the 1840. I bought it probably about close to a year ago now. When it came out, I think it was £1,000. I bought it on Amazon UK. It was £1,000 sterling, which at the time was a lot cheaper than any of the Sony kind of equivalents, and it had been recommended that it takes better pictures. Now, the picture quality from the S5D is very good, and as I said, I don't really find any of the issues with the autofocus. But regards to compatibility with DJI products, just be very careful. If you are going to go down the road, you need to get the RS3 Pro gimbal and the lidar rangefinder RS to have complete compatibility for lidar focusing. My issue was I didn't want to have a gimbal. I wanted this as a handheld unit, and I find the gimbal is too heavy, and it's not what I wanted it for. So that's my issue, that's my gripe. It's more of a moaning video, to be honest. But I just wanted to point it out for anybody who is like myself, thinking of going down this road. Don't bother, it's not worth it. Unless DJI comes out with a new software update that's going to make it compatible with the Focus Pro grip. Don't believe what you're hearing. It isn't compatible. I've been onto them and they've told me, they went to their R&D department and they said, no, it's not working. It won't work. So again, be very careful if you're even just buying the the Focus Pro grip. Make sure your camera is compatible with it out of the box and with the right lidar unit. The Focus Pro is really marketed at their new lidar unit, which looks it's nearly identical to this. They look identical. The only way you can tell them apart is the new Focus lidar, I think that's what they're calling it, has a couple of markings on the back here rather than just the plain black back and the three lights. It still has the three lights, but there's there's more information wrote on it. And that's the only way of telling them apart. For me personally, I find the DJI range is very, very confusing, especially when it comes to compatibilities. It's not very straightforward. Be very careful what you're buying and go to the website. This is what I should have done. Went to the website, downloaded the Ronin app, and then see if your camera has compatibility with it. Now, for some reason, some of the older Lumix cameras are supposed to have compatibility with the Focus Pro grip, but as regards to, you know, the one camera that was kind of marketed, the big marketing hype of the S5D compatible with DJI products, it's a big letdown in my opinion. And again, there's no information. There's no information from Panasonic side, which is very, very disappointing. It's not a cheap camera, and the DJI products aren't cheap either. So when it comes to support and compatibility from both companies, it's been kind of non-existent. You know, you're marketing something and then you're not even following through on it. It's a big letdown. And to me, you know, the Panasonic, it is a lovely camera, but it's actually turned me off Panasonic, to be honest. So will I buy another Panasonic product in the future, or another DJI product? To be honest, guys, probably not. It's too confusing. It's if you know what you're doing, yeah, they're probably good products. But if you're just getting into it, it's very, very confusing. I'd spend the extra money and go for a camera that has the, you know, the Panasonic is using phase detect autofocus technology, which is quite old. Now the new S5 II is more in line with your Sony kind of autofocusing. And they reckon the new S5 II is probably one of the better cameras in the market now for that. But with regards to the S5D, save the money, just buy a cheaper second-hand S5. That's my opinion on it. It doesn't warrant the extra money for the S5D. There's no extra features on it other than being so-called compatible with DJI products. And as I said, the only two products it is compatible with is this older lidar unit and the RS3 Pro gimbal. So if you want to go around walking with a gimbal and that's your thing, it's probably a good pairing. But for me, I wanted something nice handheld, and I was advised that this would work, and a couple of other people made videos claiming it probably will work, but there's no point in claiming. The fact is it doesn't work, and that's it. Right, guys, stay tuned. I'll have another few more reviews for you coming in the future, and that's it. Rant is over. Thanks.